Muriel! 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 Where's my dinner?
Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! So we're gonna fight Seto Kaiba and his Wrath of the Dragon, aka just shitty blue eyes. Not sure what to use against him. I made a few new decks. This I made completely by myself. I guess I could play this one. So this one is another Aurora Dawn combo deck. I've been really enjoying those lately. This is basically a self-made deck I made where I focus on level 1 monsters, particularly righty driver and lefty driver. I really want to build a deck around that, and it made me realize, wow, that actually works really well with Aurora Dawn. We actually drew the Rescue Rabbit, which is what we want as well, and we drew the Instant Fusion. That's good too. So we actually have a lot of choices. We also have Machine Dupe, which is pretty good if we summon righty driver instead of whatchamacallit. If we draw righty driver, or not draw, if we use righty driver instead of Jet Synchron for the combo, we can do something like that. I think I'm running, yeah, I'm running Relinquish, Link Rebos. This is my Aurora Dawn package right here. These two guys. And I'm just running a bunch of other stuff. So I have a Utopic Roots Engine. I'm only really gonna play this if we need, if we have our rank up spell, which we don't, so there's really no reason to play this. Unless we're fighting an Xyz deck, then this deck becomes a little more interesting. Because then we can stop attacks from Xyz monsters and gain attack. But we mostly want to use Utopic Dragon and have Roots on the field. So we want to run, that's why I'm running two. I'm running two because we want to use one to go into Utopic Dragon. And then we want to use another one so that way we can stop Utopic Dragon's attack and have this gain 5k. So that's kind of the idea with that build, because you need a Utopic monster to do it. We also have the Slacker Magician, the Lionheart. I'm thinking about kicking out the Lionheart. It doesn't really seem that useful, but I like this lineup of cards we have. So it was a really tight extra deck. So unfortunately, I won't be able to machine dupe righty driver. I have to really decide here because I could machine dupe righty driver instead of summoning Jet Synchron. That would still get us what we need, and I might do that. So I'm gonna go into Rescue Rabbit. This seems kind of weird to go for Rescue Rabbit, but the reason why is because we run 3 Flamville guards, and since they're tuners, we can go into Halky Fibrax. It's kind of the idea of the deck. So we have our 2 main normal summons, which is righty driver and Rescue Rabbit. Those are our main 2 normal summons, and either card usually gets us into our Halky Fibrax. And as I said, I think I'm gonna summon a righty driver from the deck and use Machine Duplication. Now we won't have like the most amount of board using that, mostly because we are not technically normal summoning righty driver, but I'm gonna summon righty driver over Jet Synchron because we still get the same synchros that we need, but righty driver won't activate its effect, which is unfortunate. But we can Machine Dupe here. Summon 2 more righty drivers from the deck. And then we can still do Aurora Dawn stuff because we have 3 slots still on our field. So I'm gonna still do the Aurora Dawn thing here, because thankfully righty driver's a machine monster. Yay! So that's why it works. It's called synergy. It works really well together. So we should be able to basically beat over anything Kaiba has at this point. I haven't 100% decided what I want my end board to be. I think I have a good idea, because we could pop that, I think, because use Silver's Cry to summon it. So I might use whatchamacallit. We're still gonna go into our O-line here. Because we can still go into a Boral Savage Dragon with 4k attack, which will be really useful. Yeah, just having so much fun with Aurora Dawn decks. They're actually quite fun to play. We have a few other choices, so we can go for our Roots if we want to. But I haven't decided exactly what my end board to be at this point. I think we can summon Nightmare whatchamacallsums. Yeah, go into O-Lion here, have O-Lion summon this thing. So I might go into a nightmare thingamabob here. I think I can. I don't think I can use tokens though to go into nightmares. Can I? No, I can't. I think they have to be non-tokens. No? Just two monsters with different names. Interesting. Not sure why that doesn't work, but I guess it's fine. So we can Jester Confit into maybe a Lionheart or Utopia Roots. Probably a Lionheart. We could also go into Slacker Magician and Arc at the same time. I think I might do that. Yeah, so this is kind of better than doing the Jet Synchron play. So I might kick Jet Synchron out of the deck because I could just use Righty Driver and Machine Duplication if I draw it. That's actually a better play. But I'll still run the Jet Synchron in case we draw too many Righty Drivers. And then we'll go for the Herald play. Which means he will be able to have a monster on the field, which is a bit annoying. But I think what I want to do instead is I still want an Instant Fusion here. Go into Relinquished. Or Thousand Eyes Restrict, not Relinquished. And then Thousand Eyes Restrict and Steel Blue Eyes. Boom. And then I think we can't really do anything with the extra deck there, but that's fine because that means that Blue Eyes is going away. So I think that's a good thing. We also can't go into our battle phase, which is fine too. See ya, Blue Eyes. That wasn't the best turn, but we have two negates. Actually, technically three if they want to target Slacker Magician, which is kind of nice. Special summon a level 5 or higher? No. Was it from deck or from grave? From hand, ew. That's terrible. Why would you run that? That is atrocious to play. I was hoping we can get access to some decent Link monsters, though. We're going to Lionheart. Could. Force him out of instant fusion targets. So I think I'm going to set Flamville Guard. We're going to have to play kind of defensively here. That's the only problem with this deck. When I can't really get into my Link setup, it gets a little tricky. But, you know, it's going to have to be a bit of a slower duel. Because unfortunately, unlike the X-Saber variant, we won't be able to, whatchamacallit? Oh yeah, we gotta do that for sure. We don't have X-Sabers to rely on for damage. Or just more offensive pushes later in the duel. But it's fine, we got a fairly defensive deck here. We got Machine Dupe again, that's awful. Okay, I can finally go into a fucking nightmare, holy shit, okay. I'm gonna go into a Nightmare Phoenix here, I think. Now let's just go into a Nightmare Unicorn. And bounce that card real quick. Let's get rid of those three. The Slacker Magician was not a smart play, but... I mean, I could have stalled with Utopia Roots. It would have been fine. We want to put that card back in the deck, so we're going to get rid of Instant Fusion. Because we don't have any more Instant Fusion targets. Boop. See ya. Alright, cool. Kaiba's going to have 3 cards in his hand, but I highly doubt it's going to be anything good. But apparently he does have a high-level monster in his hand. So if he does draw another Ancient Rules, we're going to have to just straight up negate it. We have technically 2 negates we can use on the same turn. So if he has some horseshit, which he does not have any horseshit, he's basically fucking dead. It took 8 turns. We also run Magician Souls. I believe... Could we actually... We can't activate this, why? Interesting. I do have a level 6 spellcaster in my deck we can send. I actually do run the Apprentice Magician because she's actually not a brick if we draw her, because if we discard a card, she is summonable, which means her and any tuner still makes Hulk, which is kind of cool. So next is Strings. We got Trowel the Slime here. I'm going to do my redone Void deck or Infernoid deck. We changed this deck quite a bit. I'm running a couple of engines, including an Auroradon engine on here. So yeah, you're gonna just see a lot of Oridon stuff. Man, that opened the floodgates for me. That's such a fun combo to mess with. Because Decatron is like basically almost a free thingamabob. So we drew the O-line, that stinks, but we still have a we still have that. That's actually not bad in our hand. We have Petrulia, so we can get rid of a face down. That's actually not too bad either. We drew another Cytimus. That's actually fine because we can start studying these guys. So first, I'm gonna do this. I'm actually running Ancient Warriors with the deck because I wanted to run, whatchamacallit. Ooh. Oh no, we couldn't add our card. Damn, that was actually really bad. I actually would have liked that because then if he Mystical Space Typhooned later, I could have gotten the whatever, Mabob. So we're gonna Petrulia, getting rid of one of our Cytimus here. But thankfully we have 8, so we can summon another Cytimus right here. I'm gonna activate Petrulia's effect to get rid of this face down. Mirror Force, that's perfect. You can also Nightmare Phoenix and discard a Cytimus. I think we could do that. I think so, yeah. Do we want to do that? Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of all the back row. I know he does like a Wetlands beatdown deck or whatever it's called, but should be able to get by it. And then we can summon Cytimus. I like that idea. Let's do it. Let's send Cytimus to the graveyard. I know O-line's worthless, but you can still summon him later. Oh, alright, cool. And then we can summon this Cytimus using the Petrulia and the Cytimus that we sent to the grave. Bam! And then we have Nightmare Phoenix we can send to the grave using Cytimus's effect, which is nice. I don't think we can do damage though. I think something allows us to not do damage. I think it was this card, right? What said we couldn't deal any damage? Was it Petrulia? Only that card can't attack. Well, I guess it's not a huge deal. We sent a shitload of cards to the grave, so I think we'll be okay. Yeah, see, now he doesn't have anything. We drew the Hiriko. That would have been kind of nice if we had more of our engine, but I think instead I'm going to just continue doing what I'm doing here. We could do Little Chimera, actually. That could be nice. I think we need to just have one fire monster, or is it 2? It has to be 2 fires. Okay. I'd rather save the Hiriko. So I think I'm going to put O-line in defense position, or we can go into a Nightmare Unicorn. Nah. I'm gonna save those cards actually, so let's just do damage. Got you on the rope strings. I mean, he'll have 4 cards in his hand, but I don't think, as long as he doesn't get his Wetlands beatdown set up, I think we could just win. There's Wetlands. Okay. So we gotta be careful with his frog. Okay, he had to just search Wetlands, and that's all he can do. I think he just lost. Yeah, I think he's dead. Yeah, he's lost. Alright, perfect. So the whole idea, actually before I finish him off, I want to kind of show what you do with this deck. I might do another duel with this one. So you basically, you want to actually get access to your Beast Warrior stuff, so that way you can go into Kakasuchi over here, or Kakasaki, or whatever you want to call them, to send 5 cards to the grave. But if you have like basically 2 Ancient Warriors, yeah, 2 Ancient Warriors and a Hiriko, you could basically do a whole combo where you're going to all 3 of the Bujin cards, which is actually quite nice. I'll try to show that off as best I can, but Strings was handingly defeated pretty easily. Taya Gardner next, Master of the Herald. Tevoid will deal with you. She can negate her shit, which is pretty bad, so we might want to go first. Okay. Do we want to go first? Actually, I still would rather go second. This is a going second deck. Well, if we go first, we can set up with the Kakasuchi stuff. But I decided to go for this. Advanced Ritual Art, okay. So she already has her Queen of Dragons. We have Void Imagination, that could be useful if she goes to an extra deck monster. Which is what we want her to do anyways with Imagination. Nope. So I don't know if she has any heroes in her hand. I want to be careful here, because we have stuff we could play, but let's see if we can just Decatron real quick. Do I want to go into Harmodec? I do, yeah. Let's send Harmodec so we can bounce a card. Alright, cool. That worked. And then, do we... go for a Deviati here? Yeah, because we can send all three of those cards. And then... yeah, we can't use that. I'm actually a little torn on what I can do here. I actually drew too many different engines. I did not want to draw a double Decatron here. I'm gonna sit. This sounds like a bad idea, but I think I'm gonna sit and find out what this guy's gonna do. This can pop itself to do shit. Okay, so he's gonna go into Manju. He's probably gonna go for, yeah, it looks like another Dragon's play here. You're gonna Synchro Summon into that thingamabob. That's fine. It's only for this turn. Advanced Ritual Art. Okay, into your dragon. Are you gonna go into a rank 6 Xyz monster? There's nothing we want to send, right? Because you don't really use anything in your graveyard, though. You could reuse your ancient cards, so I might do that. She can't kill me yet, so I'm not too worried. You know, let's make sure you're not able to use those. She can kill me next turn, so I gotta make a pretty baller play here. She has an extra deck monster. That's good for us, actually. Through Ancient Warrior, that's actually good. Ooh. Still Void Imagination, too. So let's start by playing our Ancient Warriors. And she has more monsters than we do, which means we can actually activate the effect of Visits and Liu. Let's get Sun Mu over here. We can activate the effect of Summon from our hand. I don't want to send Decatron, yeah. Send Decatron. Summon Sun Mu from the deck. We don't have Hiroko, so we can't do whatever we want just yet. But we can also do this. Add Liu again. Yeah, and then activate that to summon probably another Sun Mu. Alright, so we can go into some stuff here. I can Kakasuchi here. Send 5 cards to the grave. I like that idea. Using these two, so that way we have 2 different names on the field. Unfortunately, we don't have Hiroko, so we can't go into multiple Bujin Xyz monsters, but I think we could play Nightmare Unicorn here to bounce some shit. If we had the room, I think. I don't remember. This extra space was really tight. It was extremely tight. That was our last Decatron, unfortunately. Yeah, Nightmare Phoenix is not a great idea at this point. So instead, I'm going to activate Void Imagination here. And I do not. Rats. Should have Void Imagination first. That was actually a really bad call on my part. Ooh. This is tough. Do I go for the nightmare play? No, I can't really go for a nightmare play. So I think I'm gonna sight to miss real quick. Sending my Decatrons. Beat over Queen of Dragons. End my battle phase, and then banish this card. Yeah. And then banish a card on the field. Oh. Okay. I think that's as good as we're getting. So that wasn't my bad. I forgot that I can't control an next check monster, so I should have waited, because I think Imagination does not lock me into Infernoids. So I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I think we were fine. Alright, so we have a okay-ish field. So we can go into another Kakasuchi here. Might do that. I can only control one of these. I can get rid of that face down real fast. Kind of bounce that shit. Send this extra copy of Imagination to get rid of whatever that was supposed to be. That was going to be called a Haunted. That would have been really annoying. I'm glad I got rid of it. I might pop something on the field. I'm not sure yet. I think that could beat over anything, because yeah, her agent monsters have like no defense. And then we just don't activate Sight to Miss's effect here at the end of our battle phase. Okay, cool. Oh no, he has to kill a monster to do that, so we just don't activate that effect ever. Because I'm not a fan of what she has, I might tribute to go into a unicorn and get rid of whatever she has. I think we kill her if we do that, but I'm gonna say this is game right here. Yeah, okay, that can't do anything, so goodbye. Oh wait, Imagination lowered my damage. Whoopsie daisies. So that was actually a bad play. I should have let Saitamus kill that guy. I gotta remember to do that. Oops. Right, Imagination's still in the field, so I can't do all my damage I need to do. Uh-oh, now we're in trouble. Well, that's what I fucking get. Great. Oh, great. I just fucking lost, didn't I? Well, I can bounce that, I think. I think I can bounce that? Yeah, we just should bounce this. Yeah, for sure. Let's just bounce it real quick. I don't think he has any light fairies in her hand, so sorry this took so long. Said Deviati. Alright, see ya. See ya, Taya. I'd say we did okay. She's actually... She can get a little tough to deal with. Alright, next is Valon with Psyframes. Alright, what am I gonna do? I want to do another... Yeah, let's do another... Tevoid. Let's do another one. Alright, so we drew Visit, but no Thingamabob. That's fine, we actually have Banishment. Banishment can send Saitamus. Ooh, you gotta be kidding me, man. No way. Okay, can I activate my other Void Banishment? Come on. No, I can't. This stinks. Oh. That was actually really bad. I really needed my Void Feast. I drew nothing but fucking spells. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That was... I did not expect Ghost Ogre. I really did not. So we might get fucked up here. Damn, I really didn't expect the Ghost Ogre. That's really bad. Damn, double emergency teleport. You fucking bastard. I'm gonna be able to go into a big synchro here. I'm pretty sure I can't activate the instrument the following turn, can I? Oh no, I'm gonna get hand looped. Oh no, I'm gonna lose a hand. I'm gonna lose a card in my hand, aren't I? And a face down. Oh boy. Okay. Send this lightning storm. No mistake? Dude, are you kidding me? What the fuck? Alright, you're an asshole. Fuck you. You're an asshole. Where are you, piece of shit? I'm doing that again. I'm doing that again. You're an asshole. Oh, this asshole's gonna get it. If push comes to shove, I'm just killing him with blue eyes. I rebuilt that OTK blue eyes deck. He's fucking dead if he does that shit again. Alright, we got banishment again, that's good. We got imagination, that's also good. I might discard Tenki here. You gotta be kidding me. There's no way. Does this negate my effect? It does. Ooh, okay. Alright. Okay, Valen. Okay. Alright. Prepare to fucking die, you son of a bitch. I've had it with your fucking Psyframes. I've had it with your fucking bullshit. I don't know why I decided to go first with this deck. I'm actually gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Got the Shien Spy. Got Pod Desires. Let's go for it. Let's see, you gonna use your Psyframe? That's fine. I want you to waste your Psyframes. I want you to waste them. Waste them. I want to see what I bash, though. Hopefully I didn't bash anything too tricky. Let's see. Lost one of my Chaos Maxes. Lost a Blue Eyes. Lost a Candle and a Salamandra. Alright, 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 alright. But then they go away, that's good. Well, now you can't special summon. What were you thinking, buddy? We gotta be careful, though. So FGN Spy, that's pretty good. We also have the creature swap. All I need now is... basically, I just need one of the big ones. Also running Wind Up Rapid, okay. Okay, this is a good trade-in target. Let's see. Book. Not a fan of book. You also can't activate Extravagance. Okay, so we gotta be a little careful here. I did not draw well. I was hoping I would just get access to one of the two. Okay, he doesn't have anything, but we can Extravagance this turn as well if we need to. Got another trade-in. Okay, so let's Extravagance then. Send my 6 cards. Advanced Ritual Art's good. Yeah, let's do it. Book. We have the a ritual spell. A ritual monster. Summon Salamandra. That's what I was waiting for. Perfect. Neither player can add cards from deck to hand. That's actually completely fine because I have a Shien Spy. Here you go. Have fun with that. And you're dead. Advanced Ritual Art. Summon Blue Eyes Chaos Max. Get rid of regular Blue Eyes. And double piercing damage. I'm gonna see you next time, Balin. I'll see you around next time, bud. See ya. Fuck you, bitch. What an asshole, I swear. Weevil's next. sectors can get kind of annoying, so I think we're gonna go back to Noble Knights to pop all of his back row. The noblest of knights. Alright, hopefully we don't get fucked up by Weevil. That was really annoying. Fucking Cyphers, man. That shit's hella annoying. Drew Merlin, we drew Heritage. I actually like this hand. This actually is a good hand. A lot of searchers. Drew Ash Blossom, that's good. That means we can negate things if we need to. So let's add Custod in here. And then let's add a Noble Arm to our hand. It could be any, honestly, that we need. I like Destiny, because Destiny can stop destruction. But also Excalibur's good. Excalibur stops targeting. Let's do Excalibur. Alright, so let's normal summon Merlin. Activate Merlin's effect to turn into Yvonne. That's the wrong one. Equip Yvonne with Excalibur. And even if that was an MST, I could actually negate that with Morgan. We can Custod in here, then we can go into Isolde. Fortunately, I can't do a double normal summon using Noble Knights using Custod's effect. So, no on Custod, yes on Isolde. And then we're gonna add probably Gawain? Nah, another Custod. Send 4 cards, and that's gonna be this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then I'm gonna summon probably another Yvonne, I think, or a Gawain. Yeah, summon Gawain. We have a negate, so I'm actually not too scared here to just go for an attack. Alright, so there's Earwick, or Earwig. I don't know what's trying to activate. Oh, Merlin's trying to activate, that's fine. And then we could activate Merlin's effect here. To then Xyz summon into King Arthur. So this is kind of the strategy if you want to go second. Unfortunately, it's not enough damage, but that's fine. And then activate Arthur's effect to then add these 3. Yeah, wouldn't have been enough damage anyway, so go for the big swing here. And then because I don't like back row, how about we check and see what that is? What was that? MST? What? You never used that once? Weird. See, I was like, okay, it's probably MST, but I had the negate for it anyway, so it wasn't a huge deal. Oh yeah, we got a Morgan this for sure. I think I can destroy... I don't think any of his sectors can get over this, so we're gonna activate this one. And then we're just gonna re-equip him anyways. Yeah, and then we're gonna re-add Galatane back to Arthur. Getting him back to 3k. Oh, he can just activate it again. Well, that's fucking annoying. There's the sword. We can just get over this, I think. Let me check. Okay, that doesn't do anything. What happens when this is equipped? Okay, that doesn't do anything, and... Oh yeah, we can get rid of this, no problem. I have an idea. We can get rid of this real fucking fast. This will be a quick duel. So we will normal summon Gawain. Special summon Custodin. Go into King Custodin. And just bounce his Insector. And then they all just go away. That's simple. And then they all just go away. There we go. Saber's gonna do something. It's gonna add that back to the hand. That's fine. You know what, Custody? How about you do a big old swing on this bitch? See ya. Yeah, bitch. Alright, let's do Yami Bakura next. Let's do Red Dragon Archfiend. I ain't done Red Dragon Archfiend once, and I rebuilt this deck a couple times, and I'm happy with the result for this one. I'm focusing a lot on a Assault Engine build for it, which makes it hyper consistent and allows me to thin through my deck a little bit, so that way I get through some of the filler cards. I like how it's built personally. Side Reflector is perfect. That's exactly the card I need. And I have the Assault mode activate already in my hand, so I'm feeling good about that. Dark Sanctuary is annoying. I think I could get rid of that though. That's the problem. I have to pop things. I don't know if I'm able to do that though. Okay, Magical Mallet. And yeah, of course. I think these are all banned cards, by the way, so this guy's an asshole. So this is a bit of an annoying one. Yeah, any attack. That's really fucking frustrating. Let me check if I have anything that could just get rid of that real quick. I have Nightmare cards I could play. Also Black Rose. Yeah, that's good. I hate how the extra deck is always fucking, like, messy. Like, come on. At least in Master Duel, it looks decent. Alright, so we got our normal summon that I want to go for, which is Side Reflector. Activate Side Reflector, so then we're going to be able to add Assault Beast. And then I'm going to activate Assault Beast real quick. To re-add our second copy of Assault Mode Activate. And then we should be able to activate the second effect of Side Reflector to then show you another Assault Mode Activate, so we can resummon Assault Beast. And increases level by 3. Yeah. Making him a level 7 monster. Then we can go into a Red Dragon Archfiend if we want to. And what I might do here is I have Synchron Resonator in my hand, so that means I will be able to do shit with that. But I may also want to hold off. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so let's go into Synchron Resonator then, and then we could hit up Dark Sanctuary real quick with Abyss. Now I could save the Assault Mode Activate to go into Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode, so that way we can do shenanigans with that. But I'm gonna hit up this Dark Sanctuary real quick. Okay, now I can't activate. Alright, let's see what this face down is. Swift Scarecrow. Well, that's fucking irritating. So he still has an annoying face down then. I'm still gonna go Infinite Impermanence here. We could actually shut that down. Unfortunately, we can't go into our Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode, so there's a Destiny board. That's fine. Okay, he's gonna set a monster, that's fine too. Okay, Okay, we got Scar Security. That's amazing. If we had the original Red Dragon Archfiend, which we do not. So we'll have to activate the effect of Dark Sanctuary here. And go into Witch of the Black Forest. Okay, we're gonna have to be really careful because yeah, Destiny Board is gonna keep activating. Unfortunately, I would love Scar Security here, but I gotta be able to go into a Red Dragon Archfiend to play that. What can I go into? I can go into a Black Rose if I want. Now I wish I was running the whatchamacallit. I can get Nightmare Phoenix on the field real quick. Let's do that. Now I think Black Rose or Black Forest effect is gonna not activate. Yeah, okay, we can Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. Discard Book of Eclipse to destroy that shit. Alright, and then we still do this. Fortunately, I have no way of summoning stuff from the graveyard, so I think I'm going to add Psy Reflector here for follow-up. What can I activate? Oh, right, I need to activate your effect. Keep turning off Dark Sanctuary. Alright, Yomi Bakura, we got you on the ropes. Ooh. Got an idea. Gonna go into Bane here, and then I'm gonna pop the Nightmare Phoenix to resummon Abyss. And then next turn, I can go back into regular Red Dragon Archfiend and go for Scarlet Security if I need to. So, feeling good about that. Feeling good about that. He can't do anything with Dark Sanctuary in his turn. Yeah, now he has nothing. He's on the ropes. He is on the ropes, so let's just negate Dark Sanctuary again. And basically finish him off at this point. Let's let Bane finish this off. See ya, bitch. Cool. Let's do one more against Yami Merrick, Legend of the Fiend, huh? Let us play. Let's play Raid Raptors. Let's let Raid Raptors make their debut. I want to focus on some Raid Raptors at some point, so we might do that next session. No, just texted me that May is packed. It's like, yeah, it is. May is fucking crazy this month for new shit coming out. Alright, so we got the Vanishing Lanius. We also got the Nest. That's good. We got the Tribute Lanius as well. I'm not going to activate Allure. I don't really need to run it right now. Activate Tribute. What do we want to go into? Actually, first, let's send Mimicry Lanius. That's not the right one. And let's go into Pain Lanius here. Unfortunately, I did not get the right cards I really needed right here. So I have no way of searching the thing I need right now. So I could add another Raid Raptor. Probably could add Fuzzy Lanius at this point. Because I'm not... Well, I can still go for the Samorga play if I need to. So let's go into a 4 Strix real quick. Using these two. So I might go some Morgue. Who else do I have that's a special summon? You know, actually, let's go into Bora the Spear. I have an idea. Because then we can go into Singing Lanius. And then we go into a Y-Strix using these two. And then we can Xyz summon into another 4 Strix. And then we go into Fuzzy Lanius in a minute. Yep, then we can activate Y-Strix. Summon Zephyros. Since we control a Black Wing, we can actually go into Bora's Spear here. And then we can Xyz again into another 4 Strix, I think. So that way we can get a rank up spell. I'm not sure who I want to go into though. So I think I'm going to activate your effect. Then get rid of Zephyros to add... Oh, does he only add level 4s? Ooh. I don't know how to feel about that. But we can add a Vanishing for follow-up, I believe. I think we want Doom Double Force. Yeah, that's a quick effect. Target Raid Raptor Xyz in my grave that was destroyed by battle. Oh. Well, that is awful. So we have to actually go into this one then. Soul Shaver, but it's 2 ranks higher. Man. I have no way of getting both. Control Xyz I control with the highest attack. Special summon from extra deck 1 monster, same type and attribute as that, but it's 2 ranks higher. Man, it's always 2. It's always 2. Alright, let's just go for Astral Force then. Let's go for Ass Force. Let's go into a Rebellion, I guess. Not a fan of this setup, but it'll have to do. We didn't draw our rank up spells, but that's fine. And then we can go into some Morgue here. And then we can get access to an Avian. And then we have follow-up next turn, so let's end our turn. Activate some Morgue to get out our Apex. We can go special summon Lastrix next turn if we need to, so let's go for Apex. Alright. We have a negate, so that's good. This card remains in the field, for 2 of your opponent's turns. No monster can attack. I can pop that next turn. Cost down. I'm gonna not let you play cost down. Alright, okay, so I'm actually gonna summon out our Lastrix here. Because I have a plan. Yeah, let's actually activate Astral Force here. I got a better idea. Yeah, this is honestly better. And then we can finally go into a Satellite Falcon here to then pop some back row. So I'm actually adding a Satellite Falcon to the deck and actually kind of made him not a focus, but he's He's quite a good card that we want to play in this deck, basically. And then we activate Satellite Falcon to destroy all of his back row. See you later, back row. And then we can go for... He didn't summon any monsters, unfortunately, so I can't go for Utopia double play. Which is unfortunate, but I do want to still go into a rank 4. What other rank 4s do I still have? I guess I can go into like regular Utopia or something. And just not go for the double play. I might do that. I see. That's not horrible, actually. Normally I complain about effects like that, but that's actually not horrible. We're in an okay-ish position, actually. So I just won't activate... Well, I might still activate Astral Force again. So I can go into a Ultimate Falcon and then burn him. I can burn him. Ooh, back row, though. You know what? I'm going to activate this summon Avian real quick. In case that back row is some horse crap. Just in case that back row is some horse shit. You know what? No, I'm not. We drew double or nothing anyways. I forget, this one's, target one face-up monster controls loses 800 for each raid raptor in my grave. That's actually pretty cool. Has to be two Darkwing Beasts. As I said, I have a negate. I'm not too worried, so let's just go for the big swing here with Satellite Falcon. That's fine. We can negate that with Avian. Return that shit to the hand, please. Goodbye. See you later, bitch. Awesome. Cool. All right. Balin was annoying. I might make this an extra long episode so we can beat these dorks. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna go pee. All right. So we're gonna go on a little long with this episode, and we're gonna face young Yugi. Honestly, fuck it. I'm gonna do more Raid Raptors. This deck's so much fun. Like, I have a tough time picking like what's my exact like favorite-ish deck, but like my top 3 is basically Phantom Knights, Raid Raptors, and Red Dragon Archfiend. Particularly in Master Duel. I love how those play in Master Duel. His hand actually isn't that bad. At the 1-for-1, it's good. We got Skip Force, which is good too, so we can do quite a bit with this already. So we could bore the spear here, and we could Shade Brigadine. So we can go into Bird here. Yep, so we can go into Y-Strix using these two. And then we want to go into, frankly, any bird. Right? Does not matter which bird. Honestly, it should just be any bird. You shouldn't even be that picky with it, but I'm going to make it Mimicry. So we can send it to the graveyard, add nest. Yep, and then we're going to go 4 Strix here. And then we're gonna go for a double rank up here, since we drew the Skip Force. We only need 1 rank up spell to actually make this work, so happy we drew it. And then we activate the effect to send Mimicry to the graveyard, to then add... We already used our normal summons, so some of the special summons stuff, so let's go for Singing Lanius here. And then go for the Raid Force. I'm going to play Skip Force first. Go into Revolution Falcon. Bam, and then I'm going to rank up again into Arsenal Falcon. As long as we go into some work, we usually get access to our whatchamacallit, anyways. Our negate, because some work just gets us access to avian. Activate that effect, send Shade Brigadine. So then special summon Tribute Lanius, who can then set another card if I need to. First, we're gonna activate the effect of Mimicry. And Nest. Nest can add Pain. I forget, what is your restriction? That's fine. Maybe I should set up for Elastrix play if we need to. Yeah, let's set that up. And then we can go for Raid Force to re-add Skip Force. So we can banish... Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to banish the Elastrix here. Said I wanted for follow-up, but I also want more follow-up here too. And then we got some more here using these two. And then... go into ye old Ultimate Falcon. Put him right here. Then we can keep him as material, I think. Who do we want to send to the graveyard? I guess... nobody. I guess I would have to just send another tribute. I didn't put enough Mimicries in the deck. I only have one. Maybe I should have added another one. And then what? Do we want to go for another Force Tricks? Yes, we do. And then we could set up with a something else if we want to. So I might go for a Vanishing Lanius here. Yeah, let's go for Vanishing. And then end our turn. I didn't want to use Fuzzy Lanius' effect because we want to be able to summon Apex Avian from our deck, so. So that's why. And then Ultimate Falcon can start doing burn damage. Perfect. I forget what Yugi plays. Arcane Barrier. Okay, so that's a spellcaster thing. So he probably plays Breaker, if I remember correctly. Do we want to go into another thingamabob here? Especially summon any bird. Honestly, let's summon Crack of Dawn, because then we could summon the other guy. We could burn. Wind Barrier Sash, that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna activate Nest then. Add Tribute. Or Vanishing. Yes, add Vanishing. Activate Zephyros to send Nest back to my hand. And then we're gonna go into another another guy. I need to clear my field up. I think that's starting to become a bit of a problem. think we want to rank up. Yeah. Into air raid. And then I think we want to activate Astral Force. Yeah, let's go for Astral Force here. And then go into Satellite. Or not. Or just no. I mean, I think Yugi's dead, actually. We don't even need to go into Satellite Falcon and kill him. Hooray! We killed this bitch. Fuck you. Alright, next is Yugi Moto. Ah, Raid Raptors. I can get rid of anything on his field. I have so many options. Alright, let's see if he's gonna get access to his annoying dragon that he has. So, Skull Servant into end phase. Did you just kill yourself? I think he's dead. Oh, Yugi. I'm sorry, bud. You done fucked up. Why would you do that, man? I don't think he has any battle trap or any like battle negating traps. I don't think. I think Yugi just killed himself. Oh boy, I think Yugi just straight killed himself. Alright, for once we didn't draw the double or nothing, so that's perfect. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is just straight GG. Like, that's all he summoned? An attack position? Why attack? See, that's the thing, I have to assume he's got some bullshit. So that's why I'm going with this first. Just in case this is, like, just that easy. Well, all right. Well, that's it for the actual Duelist monster challenges. So now we got to go to GX next, and we'll be facing Adrian Gecko next. So I'll see you guys around next time.